So, good afternoon, students. Sit up, please. So, I welcome all of you in my English class, and please give a patient hearing to what I am explaining today. Is very important so far as your annual exam is concerned. Your annual exam is knocking at the door, is on the cards, is in the offing. So you should know the basic things of verbs so that you can write any answer for if you are changing, transforming from active voice to passive voice and vice versa, then you can write the answers in a cozy manner. So, students, verbs are decentralized or classified into two groups. Okay, verbs intransitive and transitive and intransitive. What I say?
Transitive and intransitive.
Now, we should know, we should understand which verb is said to be transitive verb. Okay, if the sentence pattern is subject plus verb plus object, then the verb is said to be transitive verb, and if the sentence pattern is subject plus verb, then the verb is said to be intransitive verb. That means in intransitive verb, okay, will not find the existence or subsistence of any object. Say if I write Scott wrote this novel. Who wrote this novel? Scott is subject. Wrote is the verb. Verb is in the simple past tense because the position of the verb is below V base 2. If the position of the verb is below V base 2, then at once we'll come to the conclusion that the verb is in the simple past tense or past indefinite tense. If the position of the verb is below V base 1, then at once we'll come to the conclusion that the verb is in the simple present tense or present indefinite tense. And V base 3 is the past participle form of the verb. Okay? So, Scott wrote this novel, this is object. What did Scott write? This novel. This novel is object. Or another example I can cite, say William Shakespeare wrote The Merchant of Venice. The Merchant of Venice is the name of a comedy, is the name of a drama, is the name of a play. So who wrote The Merchant of Venice? If I ask you the question, the answer will be William Shakespeare. So William Shakespeare is subject. Now, wrote is the verb, and verb is in which tense? Simple past tense, or the other name is past indefinite tense. And what did William Shakespeare write? If I ask you this question, the answer will be The Merchant of Venice, the comedy, the drama. So, The Merchant of Venice is object. So, in this sentence, William Shakespeare wrote The Merchant of Venice. The sentence pattern is subject plus verb plus object. So, if the sentence pattern is subject plus verb plus object, the verb is transitive verb. And there are many other sentences, my dear students, where we find that the sentence pattern is subject plus verb, where object is missing. Example, the cat mews. The cat is subject, mews is the verb is in the simple present tense, but there is no object. But still we are getting the complete sense, so this is a sentence. So the verb is intransitive verb. Pardon? What do you want to understand? What is the meaning of? Muse. Muse. Muse means the sound made by the cat is mute. Then a sound made by the cat is called mews. The sound made by the dog is called bird. Okay? Dog birds, a cat mews, the bell rang. Okay? Or birds fly. So these are all the examples of intransitive verbs. Because in all these sentences, you are finding that the sentence pattern is subject plus verb where object is missing. So if the sentence pattern is subject plus verb, then the verb is intransitive verb. And if the sentence pattern is subject plus verb plus object, then verb is transitive verb. Okay. Now what she has said, she has rightly said. I could not get her at the very beginning. The sounds made by the animals. Okay. Now, one of the things there are some other words you must be acquainted or familiar with. Like say the horses, where the horses are kept is called stables. S-T-A-B-L-E-S. S-T-A-B-L-E-S. Where lions live, these are called den. D-N. Lions live in den. Where birds live in nest. N-E-S-T. Okay, that is the abode or dwelling place or the living place of the animals, various or different kinds of animals. So, if the verb is transitive verb, then rules of voice are applicable. And on the other hand, if the verb is intransitive verb, the rules of voice are not applicable. Then how to do voice change? Then we have to borrow one suitable object from outside. There is one given list. There is one list. From that we can borrow any object like someone, somebody, man, people, I, he, we, she, they, etc. If we do not find any suitable object from this given list, then we have to search for some other suitable objects. Okay? If the verb is intransitive verb. Now, voice change. We can change from active to passive and vice versa, that is from passive to active. Now the definition spelling you see, D-E-F-I-N-I-T-I-O-N. So definition of active voice. When a verb is said to be in the active voice, the verb may be in the simple present tense, the verb may be in the simple future tense, the verb may be in the simple past tense, the verb may be in the past progressive tense. Okay, the main thing is verb. Verb means what? Action. Speak with me. Verb means action. Action means what? Action means work means doing something. Work means doing something. Once again I repeat or reiterate. Verb means action. Action means work. Work means doing something. Whenever we are doing something that is verb in English. Say, she is singing a melodious song. So she is doing something, singing. He is playing cricket. Anil is playing cricket. Anil is doing something. The play is a verb. Sing is a verb. Okay? Now, so my dear students, when the verb is said to be in the active voice, the definition says that the verb is said to be active in the active voice if the subject is the doer of the action. What I said? If the subject is the, speak with me, doer of the action. What? Doer of the action. You understood what is subject? Say Pandit Nehru wrote the discovery of India. Who wrote the discovery of India? Pandit Nehru is subject. Wrote is the verb. And what did Pandit Nehru write? The discovery of India. That book is object. Understood everybody? Got it? So, now the verb is said to be in the active voice if the subject is the doer of the action. Okay? Say, Pandit Nehru wrote the discovery of India. Here the subject is doing the action. Is performing the action. The verb is in the active voice. On the contrary, or on the other hand, the verb is in the passive voice if the subject is not the doer of the action but receiver of the action. Say, the discovery of India was written by Pandit Nehru. Here, the subject is not the doer of the action but the receiver of the action. Okay. So, when I am taking your class, then I am what? Imparting education. When I am taking your class, I am delivering lecture in front of you. That means I am imparting education. Okay? And you students, what are you doing? You are receiving that. So, in the teaching learning process, the students must be the active participator of education and not the passive recipient of education. Got it? So, the verb is in the active voice if the subject is doer of the action. And the verb is in the passive voice if the subject is not the doer of the action but the receiver of the action. Understood? Now you see, if the verb is in the simple present tense, sentence pattern is S plus V plus O. That means verb is transitive verb. Okay, this is rule number 1. Rule number 1 states that object will become subject. Object will become subject and will be placed in the beginning of the answer plus and slash is plus past participle when object is singular. And rule number 2 states that object will become subject and will be placed in the beginning of the answer plus are plus past participle when the object is plural number. So singular number means one person or one thing, and plural number means more than one person or more than one thing. What I said? Everybody read and repeat. Singular number means one person or one thing. Plural number means more than one person or more than one thing. Now, say if the sentence is Anil likes oranges. Anil likes oranges. Anil is what? Subject. Likes is the verb. Verb in which tense? Simple present tense. Which tense? Oh, how can you make out? How is it fathomable, comprehensible to you? Because with V base 1 I have added S. Okay. Only in case of third person singular number, simple present tense or present indefinite tense of the verb, we add S or ES with the base form of the verb. Got it? So, there are two verbs in English, go and do, with which we add ES. Otherwise, with all other verbs, we add S. In case of third person singular number. There are 3 third person singular number in English, he, she and it. He we use in case of males, she we use in case of females, and if you do not understand the gender, we use it. That the baby is crying. We can't say exactly whether the baby is a male baby or a female baby. So it is crying. The child fell asleep. Can you tell me whether the child is a male child or female child? Impossible. Next to impossible. So the child may be a male child. It may be a female child. So the pronoun will be it. It fell asleep. The baby is crying. It is crying. We will not say he is crying or she is crying. It is crying. The baby may be a male baby. It may be a female baby. The child fell asleep. The child may be a male child. It may be a female child. It's not it. So we can't say exactly whether the child is a male child or female child. The pronoun will be it. Got it? So, Anil likes oranges. Oranges is object. When I will say oranges, means object is plural number. When I will say orange, that is singular. Only one orange. And more than one orange. Oranges means more than one orange. Plural number. Then we will use rule number 2. Then object will become subject. Oranges. You see, look at the rule. This is rule number 2. are liked by, this will come here again. Okay, B base 1, B base 2, B base 3, like. Have you understood this question? Or shall I repeat? Understood? Yes, sir. Okay. Say if another question you get, dogs eat meat. Who eats meat? Dogs. Dog is subject. Eat is the verb. Verb in which tense? Simple present tense or present indefinite tense. What is the other name of present continuous tense? Present progressive tense. What is the other name? Present progressive tense. And what is the other name of future progressive tense? Future continuous tense. Okay. But never forget the spelling of continuous. CONTINUOUS. There is one U. Most of the students they miss out this letter U. Conspicuous, sensuous, continuous. There is one U. Okay. And it is the tendency, propensity among the students, among the pupils to miss out this letter. Got it? So, we'll follow the rules like today. Another rule, let me explain. Say, if the verb is in the present continuous tense. If the verb is in the present continuous tense, sentence S plus B plus O pattern, then verb is transitive verb. Then how to do boys? From active to passive? Object will become subject. And will be placed in the beginning of the answer plus am or is plus be plus past participle. If the object is singular number, and rule number 2 states that object will become subject and will be placed in the beginning of the answer plus R plus D plus past participle if the object is real number. Okay. Say if I write Anil is writing a story. Anil is writing a story. Present continuous tense. A story, answer will be a story is being written by Anil. Okay. They are singing a song. A song is being sung by them. Okay. So, have you understood everybody?